Brothers, we need to talk about Japan's new female prime minister, because this is a hilarious story. For about 10 seconds, the media was celebrating this decision. Japan has a female prime minister. Isn't this amazing? Until they realized who she was. And then they started freaking the fuck out. And it has been absolutely hysterical, because this woman is a hardline conservative. She is being compared to Donald Trump. In one of her first statements, she vows to brutally end all Islamic and illegal immigration. Not just illegal immigration, Islamic immigration. They gotta go. All the Muslims, all the illegals, they gotta go. They're calling her the female Japanese Donald Trump. It is absolutely amazing. And she has come out on several different key issues and been unfathomably based. So we're going to watch a little bit of this clip from Sky News Australia talking about the first female prime minister, which people thought she was going to be maybe a little woke and she was going to have this more identity politics oriented stance. Oh no. Oh no. She is the female Donald Trump from Japan.
Has just elected their first female prime minister, and she appears to be taking inspiration from Donald Trump. Yes, Sanae Takachi won over her party with a hardline nationalistic approach, vowing to end all Islamic and illegal immigration as a matter of urgency in a bid to protect the rich culture of Japan.
As for me, I want to have a calm, mutual, considerate relationship with foreigners. Good. I mean, yeah, I'd like to go to Japan one day. However, how we can live together in such a way, I intend to reconsider it completely. I plan to think about it from zero again, because year after year, the culture between us and everything else is so very different, yet people are being brought in all together. Based. Unfathomably based. To keep bringing them in, this policy, we must pause and reconsider it. Guys, they gotta go back. We can't keep bringing them in. We're gonna deport them all. All the Muslims, all the illegals, they gotta go. Yeah, a very sensible policy. Putting your country first and not allowing the poison of woke Western culture to seep in. And I hope that she goes hard on Visa and MasterCard. I hope that she goes hard on all these people. In fact, I would hope that Donald Trump goes and visits Japan and they can do a press conference together. And boy, wouldn't that be cool? You know, oh, we're putting pressure on Visa and MasterCard. You think you can censor the American and Japanese people? Think again. We're going to crush you. It's going to be big. It's going to be hard. It's going to be girthy. You're going to be like, wow, Trump is the biggest we've ever seen. We've never been penetrated this hard before. We've never... Yeah, Trump is coming in hard. He's coming in deep. Raw, no rubber.
一旦考え直さなあきません。経済的な動機でやってきて難民を主張
Those who come with economic motives and claim to be refugees, such people shall be properly sent home. And regarding those who overstay
きちんとお
illegally,
帰りをいただきます。また不法滞在の人たち
they too shall be strictly required to obey the law. Oh man, she's getting them out. She's getting them out. They gotta go home. I don't care where you go, but you can't stay here.
にも厳格に法律を守っていただきます。
Online commentators celebrated the win, with this person saying Japan's first female Prime Minister, Sanae Takachi, was sworn in and immediately created a ministry for mass deportations, declaring, "We are sending them all home. Re-immigration. This is how it's done."
Based Japan. The female Donald Trump. Man, I can't wait for these two to have like a meeting together. It's going to be awesome. Trump's going to be like, wow, you've done such a great job deporting all of your illegals and your Muslims. We're going to get on that too. Man, Dearborn, Michigan, it's a problem. They've all got to go back. They've all got to go back. We're going to send back Ilhan Omar. You want her? No, you don't. Nobody wants Ilhan Omar. We're sending back all the illegals, all the criminals, all the gang members. We're going to send them back. A one-way trip to Africa or El Salvador. Either one. Maybe Antarctica. Who cares? As long as they're out of the country.
And this person agreed, saying, Sanae Takachi, Japan's newly appointed Prime Minister, she has declared that Japan will not accept Islamists or illegal migrants and emphasized that fake refugees must be expelled to preserve Japan's identity. Every nation should adopt this approach.
True.
Takaichi was born in the US, moving to Japan when she was just 1 year old, and it seems as though she has taken inspiration from US President Donald Trump to form her policies on immigration. Trump and Takaichi already have a strong relationship, with the US president congratulating her. He said, Japan has just elected its first female prime minister, a highly respected person of great wisdom and strength. This is tremendous news for the incredible people of Japan. Congratulations to all.
Awesome.
Takaichi replied, saying, I was very pleased to receive such warm words of congratulations from Donald Trump. Truly hoping to work together with President Trump to make our alliance even stronger and more prosperous, and to advance a free and open Indo-Pacific.
So you have to understand, the media didn't know who she was. So they just heard that Japan, they made a female the prime minister, and she was the first female prime minister. So for all of about like a couple minutes, they were ecstatic. They're like, oh wow, this is history. And then they find out who she is and what her message is, and you could almost see like the blood drain from their face. It's so incredible. This woman is the female Donald Trump, and the fact that she would come back almost immediately and be like, well, thank you, Donald Trump, for your kind words. I look forward to working with you. Like, you are great, Mr. Trump. You're very good. Like, the fact that she likes him, and the fact that they have very similar goals and perspectives on their country's nationality and preserving their culture, this is going to be amazing. I'm so happy for the people of Japan that you get your own Trump and you get to deport all the people that are causing problems. I understand that there are people from Western countries that go to Japan to cause problems. You can feel free to deport those people or throw them in jail. You know, people like, what was his name? I can't even remember his name now, that loser. Johnny Somali. Yeah, that guy, the fucking freak. Yeah, feel free to throw those guys in jail for a long time. But my point here is this is a major W. It's a major win for the people of Japan. And the fact that she's the female Donald Trump, the fact that she came in and says, we're going to end all Islamic and illegal immigration. What a beautiful statement. What a beautiful sentiment. That is absolutely amazing. She comes out and just says it. I love it so much.
Takaichi's election comes after former Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba was forced to resign after a string of scandals following less than a year in the top job. Commentator Ian Miles Chong blasted the former PM just before his resignation.
Who the fuck cares what Ian Miles Chong has to say about anything?
last month, saying Japan's Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba wants to import millions of Africans and Kurds because he believes his Christian faith demands him to make Japan tolerant. Japan will laugh, cry and sweat together with the people of Africa. The LDP opted to take Japan down a more conservative path with the election of Takaichi. Cheong added, Japan voted for its first female Prime Minister, Sanae Takaichi, who happens to be conservative. She intends to aggressively cut taxes, deport migrant criminals, ban asylum seekers, ban gender equity and diversity, and scrap Article 9 to rebuild a strong Japanese military.
Bravo! Ban gender equality and diversity. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, I'm going to turn this into its own video, but this is something that I do want to talk about. Viz Media just announced being mixed race in Japan, like Kazumi, means facing daily trials of racism, microaggressions, and otherness. This is a journey of resilience, hope, and a search for coexistence. Half is more, Volume 1. So, understand, this is not going to sell. This is dog shit. Nobody cares about this. This is, yet again, more infiltration from this one group of people into other cultures. The ones that bitch about cultural appropriation have no problem going and appropriating other people's cultures and going and being scammers and causing problems. We've seen this in Barcelona, we've seen this in Rome, we've seen this in Paris, we've seen this basically everywhere we go, that there's one group of people that goes and makes life worse for everyone. Asmongold reacted to multiple different videos of this. I think his name is Tyler Oliveira. If I got his name wrong, I do apologize. But he goes and he exposes scammers, and there's just something that they have in common. It seems like there's one group of people, no matter where they go, they make things worse in a whole number of different directions. And so I think that the Prime Minister of Japan, and I think Donald Trump, is correct to call this stuff out and identify it for what it is. And I hope that they move forward to making Japan for the Japanese, because their exports in media, like with anime and manga, have surpassed anything that's coming out of the United States of America, because we have put an emphasis on this far left woke diversity, equity, and inclusion bullshit, which is fucking poison and is wildly unpopular. But apparently that stuff is creeping into manga, and I hope that this thing flops and fails, and I hope that it is a message to not only the West, but Japan as well, that this sort of stuff is trying to seep in and it needs to be purged.
I've lived in Japan. It's extremely conservative and traditional. It can be saved and does not need to become as degenerate as many parts of the West.
Yeah, who cares what Ian Miles Chung has to say? He's a grotesque gremlin piece of shit. But the fact is, we have a clear shift to the right in Japan. Oh man. This is for the media is freaking out. The media is absolutely freaking out.
右の結果、高市早苗君を衆議院規則第18条。
Let's see.
We start in Japan, where the parliament has elected the country's first ever female prime minister.
37
Sanae Takaichi took over as head of the ruling Liberal Democratic Party after it lost its majority in the July election. The party is now teaming up with the smaller right-wing Japan Innovation Party to form a minority government. Takaichi is seen as a hardline conservative who supports traditional gender roles as well as a hawkish foreign policy.
Based. Traditional gender roles and a hawkish foreign policy. Absolutely based.
Now, to help us break that down, I'm joined by Sonia Blaschke. She's a journalist in Tokyo. Sonia, Takaichi is Japan's first female prime minister. Why has it taken so long for a woman to get to the highest office?
What a stupid fucking question. Who cares? What a stupid fucking... Like, what? I'm not even going to watch the rest of this. What a stupid question. Who cares? Well, why did it take a woman? Well, because women are not suited for leadership roles. How about that? How about women are worse at being leaders than men? Just naturally. And for somebody like her to come along that's actually really competent and really solid and really good is exceedingly rare. That's why it took so long, if you wanted to know the truth of it. What an asinine fucking question. And it just tells you where the priority of these people are. These aren't journalists, by the way. These are activists. These are activists masquerading as journalists. Unreal. Anyway, brothers, that's going to do it for today's video. I've got another video to do on Japan, talking about that incredibly racist manga book that's focused on, a black woman of mixed race in Japan and her battle with microaggressions and otherness. Miss Sanai Takaichi, you are doing the right thing in getting these people out of your country. I wish we could get these people out of my country. Have a great, blessed, wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.